there's a lot of myth, urban legend, if you will, that, hey, we got to haul these grass clippings off or we'll get a thatchy yard. Not true.
Coyotes are a menace, and what to do with your fallen leaves over the winter months. I'm Jeff Leiker. Stacy Campbell with the Cottonwood Research and Extension District stops by today to talk about this and more on this episode of the Post Podcast.
We've got a coyote trapping and calling program that's actually tomorrow evening at 6:30 out at the Experiment Station Auditorium. They're just south of town. I believe the address is 1232 240th Avenue. In case you're not familiar with where it's at, it's just off the bypass, just south of town. It starts at 6:30. No RSVP required. Just show up. We have an extension wildlife specialist, Drew Ricketts. He's going to come out and talk about kind of the biology of coyotes, what they eat, their vocalizations, how they travel, getting into trapping and even calling them with electronic and mouth calls. He's going to go over all that. Our programs are very informal. There will be plenty of time for Q&A, for questions and answers. Drew, really super good guy, very knowledgeable, down to earth. Part of his job is to go out and actually hunt and trap coyotes when people have troubles with them. Cattle producers sometimes losing some calves and so forth. So very knowledgeable. I think it's going to be a neat program. I think whether you've been coyote hunting for a number of years or you're just getting started, this program might be something you'd be interested in. Once again, tomorrow evening, 6:30 out at the Hayes Ag Research Center. Just show up. No RSVP required. Program will be about an hour and a half, give or take questions. So everybody's invited to that. All interested people are invited to come out.
Okay. And the price is right, too.
Yeah, it's totally free. Yep.
Exactly. All right. And then looks like you guys got a new president as well, too, that's making their rounds. And we've got a little community event that is actually sponsored by Eagle Radio.
Yes. President Linton, and I guess he's been, he's still new. I guess he's been here for a little over a year or so.
Sure.
But he's been going around doing these community visits to where they're basically kind of visiting multiple communities throughout the state to listen to and learn from Kansans who live there about, kind of the pulse of the community, anything maybe Kansas State University as a whole can help folks with. They're also going to have a few students there to talk about their experiences at K-State to kind of, I guess, if you will, do some recruitment or promotion of K-State. And that community event is going to be down in Barton County on I believe it's the 7th, isn't that correct, of November? And starting at 5:30 to 7 o'clock at the Great Bend Events Center. And it's free to the public to attend. They do ask that you RSVP, and I believe the RSVP is www.ksu.edu/Barton and then -county.
Yep. That's what I've got on the sheet that you gave me here.
Right.
So,
and if you got any questions or didn't get that, give us a call and we'll give that link to you and you can get registered for it. Also, at that basically this community focus event. That's on the 7th. We're going to be in Barton County, but then on the 8th, we'll be here in Ellis County as well. And they're going to be talking about, but basically in Barton County, one of the things they're going to be talking about is water quality. And then here in Ellis County, they're going to be talking about childcare. And golly, I don't know if I have the exact times in front of me for Ellis County. But if you go to our website, we'll have that up there at www.cottonwood.ksu.edu, and folks are invited to come to the session as well in Hayes on the following day on the 8th. It'll be in the morning. I think we're wrapped up by about noon or 1 o'clock, and it's a community-wide kind of focused events for K-State and President Linton who's coming out.
Very cool. And, now that we've got like kind of the housekeeping stuff out of the way, I didn't get a chance to prep with you before we came on the air, but I did actually have like a burning question.
Okay.
An ag question for you if you wanted
let's
to.
Go.
Yeah. All right. So we're getting into the fall season, of course, and we're going to start seeing the leaves start to fall and things like that. Yeah. I have gotten into so many arguments with especially like kind of the older generation about what to do with the fallen leaves, because I come from the mindset of they're dry organic matter. They're going to decompose and fertilize, but they insist that it's going to kill the lawn.
Well, so Both of you are right, actually.
All right.
So, I mean, if you've got a lot of leaf cover, covering the grass, that can kill the grass. Okay. But you're right that the leaves do have some some nutrition basically to give back to the lawn. So what's recommended if you've got, an inch or 2 or 3 of leaves or more, but preferably kind of get it before it gets too thick, get your mower out, especially if you've got a mulching mower.
Yeah.
Just, take the bag off or shut the chute and mow, and you may have to make 2 or 3 swipes over it if you got quite a few leaves, and it'll chop those leaves up. Yeah, it just settles back into the, they're very fine, so it's not covering up the grass, and it settles back into the grass and gives it feeds it. So that's kind of the thing to do there. So, yeah.
Okay. And then, but also like you hear about like there are like certain moths and other insects that make their home in the leaves as well, too. Is there anything that we need to be aware of with that? Or?
No, not really. Not when it comes to grass. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not aware of anything. Basically, like I say, if they're pretty thick, try to mulch and mow them. If it's so thick that you can't, then you may have to kind of rake some of them up. But the deal is before they get too thick, get your mulching mower out there. So you may have to do it several times. Yeah. But mentioning that, I thought about mentioning that is now is the time to go ahead if you're a gardener and pull the plants and clean up the garden and get all of those dead plants thrown away, because some of them can lead to some disease, because there might be some disease in the leaves and stuff. And you can even roller till the garden now and it'll kind of be cloddy, but by spring, it's all broken up and you can smooth it out and plant. So that's the other thing to kind of do in the fall here is if you're a gardener, get it cleaned up, roller till it, and you'll be ready for the spring.
Very cool. Yeah. Thanks for putting that to rest, because mostly I just thought it was counterproductive to rake up leaves and put them in plastic bags.
Yeah, it really is. And I think we had that conversation where technically it's counterproductive to do that with grass clippings. And I know lots of people do it, but with mulching mowers, if you don't let it get way too tall, and even if you do, I've done it for years.
Right.
Just mow, and those grass clippings have got a little bit of nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium and other things that the grass needs. So you really don't have to bag your grass clippings.
Yeah, I think it's the concern of weeds and whatnot at that regard to like try and catch them before they germinate.
A lot of people think it's thatch, and actually thatch is more of a mechanism of overwatering and over-fertilizing. It's not that you're, not catching your grass clippings, but there's a lot of myth, urban legend, if you will, that, hey, we got to haul these grass clippings off or we'll get a thatchy yard. Not true. If you want some more information, give me a call or kind of get on the K-State website. And when I say get on the K-State website, we've got tons of information. If you just kind of type in lawn weed control, we've got a good publication on that. Then just put KSU. You'll probably get that to pull up. If you're got Bermuda grass lawns and you're wanting tips on how to take care of it, put in Bermuda grass, KSU. A lot of our information you can find via that way.
Yeah, or even talk to our master gardeners that we have as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that. I don't plug our wonderful master gardeners enough. We have like 20, 30 of them, very knowledgeable. They go through training, and they're there to help as well. Actually, they kind of do a helpline for us through the growing season. They actually just quit, because the growing season's over.
Right.
But yeah, we've got master gardeners around in the community, visit with them. They've also got publications at Walmart and some of the other stores and some racks of extension information. They're probably about to pick those up, but a lot of information we have out there, a lot of resources. Don't hesitate to give us a call or look online or if you know a master gardener, visit with them.
All right. Perfect. All right. Stacy, do we have anything else that we want to plug in today or anything like that?
One last thing, now that you mentioned that, is there's a landowner conference to help landowners with the challenges of managing their land, primarily for absentee landowners. We're seeing more and more absentee landowners that don't live here, but they do own land. So K-State, the Ag Economics Department, is having a program. It is in Manhattan, but it looks like it's going to be a really good, thorough program. If people would like to attend that, they could go ahead and get registered. You're supposed to register by November the 1st, and golly, let me look here. When is that program? It's coming up in sometime in November. I can't quite find the date. Yeah. We'll have that also on our website, but it's kind of an absentee landowner program that's going to be coming up here in November at Manhattan, and it's free to attend, I believe. You just need to get registered by November the 1st. And if I still can't find that date, sorry about that. So we'll put that up on our website as well, www.cottonwood.ksu. Oh, the conference is on November the 10th in Manhattan. Need to get registered by November 1st. It's an absentee landowner conference at KSU.